Welcome everybody to another episode of the Absolute DMV Podcast. It's your man Ace Boogie. I'm here with a few good guys. I'm here with my man Marc.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
And my man Egogh on the boards.
I'm on the boards.
We are here with another episode of the Absolute DMV Pod. Didn't I already say that?
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool.
Yeah, it's all
You
good.
said it before. I mean, it's going to be always another episode.
I mean, how y'all doing today?
I'm great.
Hanging in there. Can't complain.
Yeah,
I'm feeling nice. I've been sipping a little bit, so if I get a little saucy, y'all don't mind it. But
summertime.
Yeah, summertime. The weather's nice, super nice. We're gonna talk about that. Yeah, we gonna talk about that.
This guy all fucking giddy. All right.
No, man, because I mean, I don't want to get into it now, but yeah, I mean, what's going on with y'all, man? How y'all doing?
Yeah, man.
Marc, how you been?
I'm hanging in there, man. Can't complain. Just busy, getting some new records put out, getting ready for this trip to Armenia that I'm going to.
Okay.
Just getting all the itinerary, interviews, meeting with people, connecting, all that, day-to-day stuff lined up.
Sorry
He's doing
to cut
that.
you off.
He's doing that business stuff.
Sorry to cut you off, but I mean, I gotta ask. With you going to Armenia, that means Armenia, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Armenia.
Yeah, I said Armenia. Armenia. With you going to Armenia, that means that we're gonna have to take some time off of the pod.
No, we're not.
No, we're not.
No, we're not. We got.
I think we figured it out.
I got it covered.
Yeah, we figured it out.
I got it covered.
Hey.
Let me.
There'll be a special guest host.
I know we got a special guest host. We got people coming in. Marc is not leaving. He's just going on a trip.
I know. I'm just saying. I thought that
Nah, we're gonna keep going.
Hey, I love Marc. So missing 1/3 of the podcast makes me feel like, well, are we just gonna take a break?
I'll be here in spirit.
Hey,
and I'll come back with stories.
I love it. Egogh, what's up with you, man?
Man, I don't know, man. All right, so I got some questions. I got some things to talk about.
Okay.
This is me being an old head, maybe.
Okay, old head pod cracking off right now.
Definitely, I feel some type of way. All right,
go.
so
Let's
I was
go.
at the gym. I'm getting my fitness on. I'm
Getting my fitness.
I'm a little fat. I'm a little fat and trying to lose that weight. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting tired of wearing.
Gotta get ready for summer.
No, it's already summer. Technically.
True.
I mean,
True.
Yeah, I can't act like it's just because the date didn't come out.
Like it's 90 degrees outside.
Yeah, it was like 100. Like,
Yeah,
No, you're right.
It's summer.
It's past Memorial Day. That means the pools are open.
Yeah, pools
It's
are open.
summer.
Pools are definitely
Yeah.
open.
You're
So
right.
like, all right, so
I'm
at
avoiding the pools at all costs right now. I understand what you're going through.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
understand.
I can't keep wearing this XL shit. XL.
Bro,
but it fits well on me. But after a while,
good. I'm sucking it in all the time.
Dude, like, yo, it's so funny. So I'm at the gym, right? Oh man. So back in the day when you were at the gym, you knew like your gear. You knew what to wear. You knew what to rock at the gym. You're serious. You're going in for work. You're not going in there to flaunt. You're not going.
Sure. Yeah.
And it's weird to me this day and age that the way that people are lackadaisy or pretty much don't give a fuck how they carry themselves, even at the gym. I saw this homeboy. It fucking baffles me. This dude was walking around with a bonnet.
Oh shit.
A women's bonnet. And I get it. Like it's more of a cosmetic thing, or not cosmetic. Like they're moisturizing their dreads or whatever.
Bro, yeah. They gotta look.
A do rag, like the same thing, like a do rag. But even a do rag,
I'm do rag man.
Yeah,
if I don't have a hat on, I have a do rag on. So.
okay. So you got the waves, right? It's for the waves, right?
Yeah.
But are you doing it in the gym?
Maybe.
So here's a question then: if you're at your girl spot and you don't have a clean do rag or anything, are you taking a bonnet?
Definitely.
Because it sounds like that maybe is a scenario with this guy where he ran out of options. It was
Look,
like,
no.
Look. I'm not gonna fully knock the bonnet because I wouldn't rock the bonnet.
Oh my God.
I mean, I figured that there's
This guy.
all types of different head wraps that dreadheads and other people would use. So an actual elastic with the ruffles bonnet. I mean, I mean, I had braids at one point in my life.
And even then, did you have braids when you had bonnet?
I never had a bonnet.
Exactly.
It was always stocking cap, do rag.
The thing about it is, I get
nature.
it. Okay, if you have long hair, you need, but come on, man. Like, a bonnet is for a woman for that long hair, weave, whatever it needs to be taken care of.
Sure.
A man wearing a bonnet.
Hey, I don't know how I feel about a bald head dude telling people with hair what they should be wearing on their head.
And that's okay, because you know why? I accepted it that I didn't need. If I could have, what if I had dreads on the side, long, and I had a bald head and I wore a bonnet?
That's
Exactly.
I mean, you can just stop the sentence at dreads on the side.
Yeah,
like, that's already crazy.
I would have.
Yeah, but would it be okay though?
I would have had a nice laugh at you, but at the same time, I wouldn't have like knocked you for it. I just
For wearing a bonnet, a grown ass wearing.
No, bro. I said I would have laughed, but I wouldn't have knocked you. Like
I didn't sit there and laugh at a dude in front of me. But
I mean, I go by the. I'm sorry. I go by the standards with everybody that. It's no judgment. It's all jokes.
Yeah.
So anything that you do is subject to some type of joke. Like I grew up.
True.
And like I said, I grew up in, the early 2000s in one of the most diverse high schools. Shout out to John F. Kennedy High School in Montgomery County. The only thing we did was fight or flame. And when I say flame, I mean we flamed each other up. It was verbal sparring.
Flame is the newer term. Like we were joning.
I mean, yeah, we were joning, we're frying them up,
yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. I mean, that's what we did. It was verbal sparring or physical sparring.
But back
either
in the
way,
day,
you were going to do one or the other.
You clowned them up.
But back in the day, it was like, you're right, especially when it comes to fashion. Kids, especially in middle school, they'll make fun of you for anything. Like, there are rules that don't make no sense, but everyone somehow knows them. Like, when I was a kid, if you had shorts that went above your kneecap, you get joned on. Nowadays, it's the opposite. If you wear pants that are below your kneecap, it's not in fashion. You look weird. And then on top of that, it's like, if you have a brand, like a t-shirt, you got to wear that matching brand on other gear, because you can't have an Adidas shoe.
No. See, I think that's an old school.
Marc is speaking my. He's looking. Yo, how you?
Nah, I feel him, because I feel like that's my head now. I feel like that's an old school standard, because I've seen a lot of kids nowadays with the Nike Tech and the Yeezys.
Okay,
and in our day.
Blasphemy.
That was, like you said, that's blasphemy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you were going to get fried up for mixing brands in that fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you were going to mix brands, it would have had to been like a luxury item. Like, you could wear polo with Nikes. You could wear polo with Jordans, like type thing. It would have
been two competing brands.
Exactly.
You can't have an Adidas and a Reebok.
Yeah.
No, you could never.
Or a Puma and a Nike.
Sport and sport.
Never.
You couldn't do sport and sport. You can do fashion and sport, right?
Yes.
So
yes.
Or fashion and fashion.
No, even that's even. Well, it depends on what's your money looking like.
True.
Exactly.
No, I mean,
that's another thing. Like,
if you got a Gucci shirt and I guess
Versace.
Balenciaga shoes, I guess I don't know if people gonna not.
I mean,
that's okay.
Look, I don't
what are
wear
they gonna say? You too rich?
I don't
make
wear
fun of you for being rich.
That, so I don't know.
So like I said, that's a different tax bracket.
I guess so.
Tax bracket.
I guess so. Yeah. One of those good problems.
You didn't go to Saks. You went to remember Heights.
True.
I'm Ralph Lauren polo all day. That's probably the highest brand that I'm going up on. Ralph Lauren.
Off the mall at
I lie.
Highs.
I will every now and then.
Macy's.
Well, no, there was Hex, and then in Friendship Heights they had the one with Neiman Marcus and Saks Fifth Avenue. And like those ones, it was like you'd go in there. I only went in there like for the yearly sale they had, and it was like they had like a bunch of stuff. It was like 50% off and still $700, and it was like
exactly. But back at Lake Forest Mall, I'm gonna give them big ups.
Exactly.
That's they had the mom and pop joints, and you can only you get the discounts or whatever. You go to Ralph Lauren. That was when you the shit. And
my old stomping grounds.
Oh man,
I mean, I worked out there. So that's why I call it my stomping grounds.
Remember Guess jeans.
Oh yeah, Guess.
But that's too old. That's too old. That's
if you want to talk.
See, so we're going.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that.
But anyway, so speaking of Marc, like that, like, what do you feel about cross branding of wearing like Nike shoes with Adidas high socks, and then wearing some Reebok shorts. Crossing all that shit.
For me personally, I'm like, you can't do two different footwear brands. You know, you can't do like Adidas shoes with Nike socks.
Yeah.
That's off. For me, I always was like, if you got like shirt or shorts or hat, then that's different because it's like, you know, it's not footwear at that point.
Yeah,
and it's also like kind of like, you know, like how the expectations are too high. Like you gotta, the loyalty to these brands that having that demands is like, you gotta go out and buy.
Mark, you're going too deep.
No.
I'm just saying, like, how are you gonna have only Nike stuff for an outfit and then only Adidas stuff for another outfit?
No. So the thing about it is, the way you grew up, like for us, when I grew up, it didn't matter. You will find a way to make everything match. You will find a way. Okay.
But how can you make an Adidas and a Nike match?
No, because that's the thing.
No, we won't. That wouldn't exist. Like if you were Nike,
you just wouldn't wear
Nike all or Adidas all. There's no like wearing Adidas shirt and then Nike shoes. No, it would never match.
Don't do that.
Like you don't do any brands. If you're gonna wear like Nike shoes, Nike socks, you better have a Nike shirt or Nike or off-brand shirt. They never can. It can't be
true.
So you got to be loyal to whatever brand you pick.
For me, when I was in elementary school, every Friday I had a different Nike fit I would wear, and it was all Nike head to toe. It had to be. I mean, it just had to be. So
it was expensive.
Yeah, that's
my point.
It was expensive at the time. Right. I mean, and you had to. So, like you said, at that time, I had no Reeboks. I had no other brands. All I wore was Nike.
It had to make sense.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
when you bought shit, even though it would be cheaper or whatever, you already had enough Nike that actually you had to keep it going. That's what it was.
I got one. For me, I have one exception to that rule.
What?
Slides. If you are wearing slides, if it's not if you are not putting together if it don't look like you're putting together an outfit, like you just happen to have an off-brand shirt, you have on your Nike sweats, and you throw on your Adidas slides and you roll out, I think that's cool. But if you are, like I say, if you're trying to put together a fit and you start cross-branding with different sport brands, you start trying to wear some Adidas, some Adidas pants with a Nike hoodie or something like that. Now I'm like, all right, bro, you look crazy. Mm-hmm. You look crazy.
And so like that being said, it's just me because me being old school, I used to get fried or like I said, we used to get joned because it didn't make sense to the person who looks at me, like how you cross branding your gear. Then, damn, I got some shit. Like, get off my chest. Like,
I'm about to say, he about to get in a therapy session. Look at this guy.
This is like, he
took one of those real deep sighs. Like he was about to plunge into the abyss of a conversation.
And this is all at the gym. I haven't left the gym yet.
This is crazy.
So also, Crocs. These kids, Crocs in everything.
Working out in Crocs.
Working out in Crocs, playing basketball Crocs.
Yes.
Like it's Croc City. It's lazy to me. I get it. It's comfortable. I get it. It's a fashion to them. But I feel it's unsafe. Like, dude, if you were running away from a gunshot,
unsafe.
That was my thinking too. Because again, I've never owned a pair of Crocs. I've never worn a pair of Crocs.
I got some.
So I don't know how supportive, how attached they are to you. But from looking at them, it's like they're basically just slides with a little back strap around your ankle. Sport mode. You're in, but there's no laces. It's not a high top.
It's sport mode.
One strong kick, and then you can kick them off probably.
The only difference between it's sport mode and not sport mode.
Yeah, it's sport mode. That's the kids call them.
Sport mode.
Yeah, I watched a kid play basketball in Crocs and literally break a dude's ankles. And when I say break them down, I mean dude fell. And at that moment, I was like,
that's when he questioned his life.
I did not. I did not question Crocs any longer.
Fell.
No, the dude dribbling the ball had on Crocs. The dude who was guarding him did not have on Crocs. He had on sneakers, high tops, laced up. He was ready to play basketball. With the Crocs put him on the ground in some Crocs. And I was just like,
that is
sport
impressive.
mode is a real thing. At that moment, I knew sport mode was a real thing.
Maybe it's because the Crocs are just like, they're just one big piece of material, and they're probably pretty light in comparison to a shoe, which has like leather and cloth and gummy stuff.
But like he just said, safety. He's thinking about support.
I feel like
you said, it's a slide.
It's like you're barefoot almost.
There's no support.
Yeah.
So how do you do that with? I mean, given that all the basketball shoes nowadays are low cuts, they're like, to me, they kind of remind me of soccer shoes.
Pretty much.
Here's a question though: was the guy that you saw who put him on the ground, who was wearing the Crocs, was he just an amazing like god at basketball?
Could be.
Or was he just like an average player? Because if he was amazing and he did that in Crocs, imagine what he could do in regular shoes.
And I think that's what it might have been, but just the idea that he did it in Crocs,
that is still badass.
Yeah, with somebody who was laced up, ready to play.
It's crazy, yeah.
He's like wild.
Like he's probably saying like these niggas ain't shit.
No, and it was crazy because
like, he's like,
he laced up his Crocs. I mean,
they not
look
like
at
us.
me. He
They
laced
not
up his
like
he laced up his Crocs. Oh, he put on his Crocs.
He
came out in his Crocs.
Laced up. That's the new Crocs coming out next year with laces.
Dude,
he put on his Crocs, came out.
When he kept saying that shit.
He put on his Crocs, came out, and I looked at him and I was like, "Young boy, you really gonna play in some Crocs?" Because little stuff like that to me is in our day. We consider that disrespectful because it's like
that's different.
Yeah, we looking at you, and you don't feel like it's serious enough to.
But you're not taking the time to put on real shoes to play. You don't think that the person you're playing is worth it.
And bro,
and then he did that.
And then he did that.
That is impressive.
And then he did that. And at that moment, I was like, you know what? Sport mode is a real thing. I won't doubt it anymore. I put on some Crocs.
It's weird. It's just like
I put on some Crocs, bro, and they weren't. They weren't it for me.
Yeah, see.
But for this kid, those were as good as some Jordans.
I'm gonna have to try Crocs next time I go to the shoe store. I'm gonna just put them on and walk them around.
Go check them out.
Check them out.
Try that.
Go check them out.
All right. Damn, it's just like ego.
But see here, no.
Let me cook. Let me cook. Let me cook. I got something else to say.
Oh damn, go ahead.
I got something else to say.
Go ahead.
This guy.
Are we still at the gym?
No, we
moved on. Okay, cool.
All right, so now, all right. I pretty much said, all right, this is not my era. I'm good. I'm gonna keep it moving. I left the gym, and next day, I'm still thinking about it, and then I start thinking about the way the fashion is nowadays. So
sure,
I'm walking around campus, and my campus.
This guy was on an edible or something because he just was mad introspective. What was you on, bro?
Get out my face.
What was you on? Tell me.
Anywho.
So
when I'm walking around looking at how people carry themselves, there's this new thing, like there's a lot of like, I don't know if it's the jeans cut or the way that like women wear their clothes. Everybody is thick. Doesn't matter what race it is. Doesn't matter how they carry themselves. I was like, and maybe it's my eyes, and maybe I can't see anymore. Maybe I need to change my prescription. Maybe I'm like
got bald and blind out here.
I'm bald and blind, but everything. Well, actually, I'm probably seeing more. Like I'm seeing all angles. And what did y'all think? Like, how do y'all feel about like this day and age? Like how they carry themselves?
What?
Like all races, like the races of like. Women wearing jeans, wearing spandex. Oh, is it spandex or?
Well, I think like we were talking about that is like the idea that like gym clothes, like what used to be.
We can go in a gym clothes. That shit's like nothing.
Oh yeah, like the rise of Lululemon, and like populars like Fabletics and Zella and all these like companies that make basically Lululemon sort of like tight sweatpants, and it's like guys and girls wear them and they're tight and it's like gym clothes, but they make them so they're like everyday clothes too, and I think like everybody wears them now as like some of them are like office clothes too. So that I guess has been a rise in maybe the tight clothes. It's not just skinny jeans, but like
everything is fitted.
Everything's fitted. Everything's tight.
Yeah, we went through a situation or an era. I said situation, an era where everything was baggy, and then it changed really fast. It seemed like to where everything got European cut and skinny, and that's for the men. That's
like,
not even for the women.
Skinny
like,
shorts, skinny jeans, skinny whatever.
I remember when I was in
for the
seventh.
men.
When I was in sixth and seventh grade, it was like the big baggy pants, like the skater pants. Like if you had jeans that almost engulfed your shoes and you couldn't even see what shoes you were wearing, like that was the cool thing at the time.
Is that Jenkos?
Yeah, Jenkos, they were big. All those joints, yeah.
Like the back in the day, like Onyx or like Naughty by Nature, when you wore jeans and then you tucked them in like your boot, but then it was baggy as hell, right?
And then also
skater fit, like a skater,
skater fit. And then also in the hip hop realm, you know, when Nelly was doing, you know, his Band-Aid sort of routine, he had the massive like XL, like that was a big thing in the early 2000s. It was like triple, you know, XL, you know, t-shirts and all that. So it was across the board and a lot of demographics there.
No, but the seam of my t-shirt would come down to about here. Instead of sitting on my shoulder, it would be down here. Yeah. And I felt like I was the man. I felt like I was wearing something that fit.
It's interesting too because guys' clothes, like there's a new thing where it's like you wear like skinny jeans and then a big oversized shirt. Like oversized shirts are making a big comeback, and some of them will have like fitted torso and then big oversized sleeves that don't, you know, they're made to not fit with your arms. So
it's a Japanese cut. It's a Japanese cut.
There's honestly a lot of baggy pants coming back out.
Yeah,
I'm noticing that flared out ankles and things like that. I mean,
thank you.
Like the 70s bell bottoms are making a comeback for women too.
Okay,
no, I mean,
I ain't doing that.
Yeah,
I'm just saying they're around. People are buying them.
Now they're bringing all of it back.
Yeah,
I mean, because to these kids, it's all that 70s.
Yeah,
that's a new trend.
Well, it's an ancient time.
Yeah.
50 years old.
It's like kids nowadays buying music will often buy tape cassettes, because it's like an old analog thing that's historic and prehistoric to them, and they get the digital download, but it's a cool little thing that they can put on their desk and their shelves and stuff.
I saw a video one time where these kids saw a tape cassette in the car, and they were like, "Oh, cool! It's an iPhone holder."
Yeah,
I was like, "Yo,"
or the kid looking at the old like Nokia phone, and he's like, How come it has a hashtag on here and it doesn't even have a full screen? You know, like how are you gonna do that when you can't even download TikTok?
Hashtag, that's crazy.
I know, right?
Hashtag.
Pound tag.
R.I.P.
Pound. Hashtag. That's crazy.
Right.
So so we're talking about like the way women wear and stuff. So what do y'all think about different races carrying themselves?
No, I mean, from what you were saying is the gym culture has actually gotten big. That's why I feel like the legging culture has gotten big. Women wearing leggings has gotten big.
The booty, like pretty much the booty is always going to be enhanced.
And as it should, as it should.
Is it motivating?
I just like the way that he started that sentence. He tried to sound an intercut and say the booty.
Yeah,
the booty. I just love that interjection right there to start a sentence.
The booty meat.
I mean, but that's what it is. It's gym culture's gotten really big, so a lot of stuff that women wear are
fitting
from the gym and things of that nature. And then not to mention these gym companies, you see them. They wear the leggings. They make the leggings with the little shadows on the butts or under the butts to make the butts look better. Enhanced.
Yes.
So and it works.
So I guess that
keep wearing them, ladies.
And that's the same thing. But they transfer that over to jeans now too. That's why.
Oh yeah, even jeans. Yeah. So, no, the jeans are specially fit. I mean, jeans aren't really like all denim anymore. They're like stretchy.
The stretchy ones, because that started with the skinny jean era. Because you can't wear real denim.
Sergio Valentes. Thank you, ladies. I remember those. Remember that era. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm hitting a vape and I'm like, yo, I'm trying to hold it in. This guy.
No. That's
funny.
You got to understand that Parasuco Sergio Valente era was a special era for young men, for young women, everybody. It was a special era.
I will say, you know what I think that has gone away, which I haven't seen a lot, is like the Puma or the one suit where you have a top and a bottom and it's kind of like the velvet material, kind of like the Uma Thurman, Kill Bill sort of vibe.
Velour.
The tracksuits.
The velour.
Yeah, the velour. But yeah,
tracksuits.
like it's not like a tracksuit like you work out in. It's like a relaxed
No,
sort of.
they got people doing that.
Yeah?
But that's like high end. Like if you do
Yeah.
like the I think there's a Puma with Supreme.
Supreme, they'll sell you a stapler with Supreme written on it for $700.
Exactly.
These motherfuckers.
Like yo, but it I kind of want it.
I kind of want it. Wow.
Because the thing about it, not everybody has it. It's the same time you see a tracksuit with like a Louis tracksuit.
Yeah.
Like, no, there's no way I'm gonna afford that shit.
No, I mean,
But
don't get it twisted. Everything is, like we said, gym culture is big, so everything is athleisure.
Yeah.
So even if you are wearing this for casual, you can still go work out.
True. True.
You know what I'm saying? So I guess velour is one of those things where it's not moisture wicking.
Yeah.
So if you were to go work out in a velour sweatsuit, it's gonna be stuck to you.
Yeah, you're gonna ruin it.
Yeah,
or you're gonna have a bad experience.
Yeah, it's not going. It's you might as well go work out in a leather suit. Like,
true.
It's just good to go. But so speaking of all the cultures in the gym and everything like that, like you were just saying with the different races,
different cultures, whatever.
As gentlemen, I know, to put our personal business out there, we are all gentlemen who date outside of our race. I need to ask you, gentlemen, was that something that y'all did consciously, or is that something that just kind of happened for y'all? I mean, because I know, Marc, your wife is Brazilian.
Yeah.
Egogh.
I have a Polish girlfriend, wife.
Wow.
Yeah, I gotta say it.
Hey,
shut up. Anyway,
Hey.
so the thing about it, me, like, like for this topic, it's weird. Like, I was never like put myself in a box to date only one race. I date people who like me. I date people that
like
worked
that.
with me.
I like that.
So again, I dated black, I dated white, I dated Asian, I dated Indian, I dated anything that actually made sense for me, because again, I'm all about no headache.
Sure.
I don't give a fuck who it is, what color you are, whatever. If it works for me, it works for me. But most of my friends probably is like, if you look at your statistics, if you look at your numbers, you have more white in you that you dated.
I mean,
I carry
you're
myself.
African, bro. You're African. Of course,
okay.
you're gonna want a white woman.
No, that's not true.
That's,
My mom will tell you. The thing about it is like
African men, when they come to America,
oh my gosh,
they're gonna get a white woman.
that's not true.
Bro, I'm Liberian.
I know.
I've had my share of white women.
But majority of all Liberians.
Oh no! I mean, we're gonna get back to what we love.
Exactly. So like, me was not the typical Nigerian.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's why you were gonna get a white woman.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But you saying all African? See?
Well, no. The majority of African men are going to dabble in white women.
So that could go both. It could go a way of opportunity. Like, I think it most likely that this situation is more opportunity.
What?
So it's not like
call it what you want.
Yeah.
So it's not like
I say call it what you want.
So
bro.
it's not a preference that you have, a certain personality, a certain cultural sort of conversation sort of thing that attracts you. It's just
again, at the time, like I said, it made sense if it worked for me and we both meshed, it worked.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
But
I personally can say at a certain point in my life, it was intentional. I actually did stop dating black women. Okay. And that was because, well, I was just in a stupid point in my life, and I'll just leave it at that. But I just hit a point where I was like, you know what? I want to just expand. I dated I was black women, white women, things of that. But then I was just like, let me just see what else is out there. And I wanted to date Hispanic women. I've always found Hispanic women attractive. I wanted to date Asian women. Haven't had the opportunity to date an Asian woman. I wanted to date an Indian woman. I just wanted to date the full rainbow.
So it was
but
more
opportunity.
Put it.
No, it was. I was hitting a point where I looked at it and I felt like black men this is weird. I felt like black men weren't very desirable amongst other races. So I was like, if I can, I don't know if I can get into every culture somehow, some way. This is gonna improve. Like this is gonna improve racism type shit.
But
stupid shit. Right?
He's like, I'm gonna give it to the community.
Some stupid. I was on some stupid shit. I can't properly, as I think about it now, I can't properly articulate it. And I know that I was on some stupid shit, and I was probably just a young, horny young man. You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, it didn't matter.
Yeah, but I just wanted to date outside of my race. Like it wasn't, and to a certain extent, it wasn't actually anything personal against black women.
Yeah, so
it was just I was just trying to date outside my race.
You didn't get hurt by a black woman numerous times that you had to convert over.
No.
Okay, that's it.
No, I love black women.
Okay.
I love black women.
Mark, what about you?
Yeah, so my wife, we just celebrated our 2-year anniversary.
Congratulations.
And we've been together. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, you mentioned she's from Brazil. She's black, so she's Afro-Brazilian.
Okay.
So yeah, it's I actually I am intentionally too. I sort of intentionally did not date white girls. I just found, again, for me personally, growing up in Bethesda, there's a lot of suburban Potomac sort of kids here, and it was very preppy and no knocking anyone, but I'm just not into like the lacrosse sort of, prep sort of stuff. It's just not.
It didn't fit your style.
It's just it just didn't mesh with me, and it's not like a
It's not a race
purely
thing.
a race or attraction thing. It's just the personality that was with the culture.
It's a culture thing.
And again, it's just this pocket of location growing up in this part of MoCo. This, was the sort of general overview, and it just wasn't me. So I was rolling with different crowds, which just sort of fit where I was at, and just kind of.
Maybe that played a part to me.
My
I
thing.
think maybe with me too.
I dated a white girl one time that said that she couldn't have a white man on top of her because she couldn't deal with all that pastiness, and
That's some self-hate right there.
Yeah, and I was looking at her like, you aren't tan,
Right?
But hey, shout out to her. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
but yeah, it's to a certain extent I can understand what you're saying because of people like her, where it's just, hey man, it's no knock, but I just kind of like this, and that's kind of how I am. I don't. Ego, like you said, I agree with you. I date who likes me. Yeah, I date who likes me. So if a black woman likes me, I will probably date a black woman. If
No, I date it all. Like I said, it didn't matter what it was. Like I said, you can get it. Pow, 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 pow.
All right.
That's how I feel. But
right.
anywho,
Hey man, I love it. No discrimination. There is no discrimination on the Absolute DMV podcast, y'all.
yeah, this is how we roll. Yeah.
But yeah, we have gotten our second anywho of the podcast, so you know what that means.
But so yeah, if you have any comment of what we talked about, please comment.
Yes.
Please leave messages.
Comment,
subscribe. Yo.
Tell us about the merch. Last time I had the red one on. This time I have the black one on.
This guy.
Tell me how you like it.
Hey.
If we had the camera,
if
we had the camera, once we get the camera for Egogh, y'all
God,
gonna see how many different variations of Absolute DMV merch we can
That's
actually
all
get.
tank tops too.
Yeah,
Hey.
Suns out, guns out.
Hey, did I say it was in the gym?
Suns out, guns out.
So I can wear these tank tops.
Hey, but we'll holler at y'all later.
All right.
Hopefully we do better next time.
Absolute DMV.
Absolute DMV.
Peace.
Peace.